Welcome to Jeans Club Part 8.
Yes!
Yeah. So if you've been following along, we are both making the ultimate jeans in version 3.
Yes.
Version 3. And we're using I'm using the online workshop.
Yeah, me too. I keep dipping in and out. So there's bits when I'm like, I'll be fine. And then I'm like, no, I need help.
Well, yeah, and the bit that we're on now is actually the zip fly. So I followed the video for this.
Same. I've done it before, but I was still like, I need some hand holding.
Yeah. So I've made the Peggy and the Nina trousers.
Yep.
So I have
the twirl.
Oh yeah, and the twirl. I keep forgetting them.
Yeah, we've made the jeans already, really.
But this is the first time I've done a zip fly in denim.
Which is different. I'm going to say it feels like a different kind of challenge because it's thicker. It just is. So more layers.
Just to remind you, our denim that we've chosen, we both got them from the Stitch Festival, didn't we?
We did.
So I don't know what the actual
weight, but they're quite similar, and I'm going to say more than 8.
Yeah.
Less than 12
so it
ounces.
Feels quite,
I don't know. It is proper.
Pretty substantial.
It is substantial. Yeah, that's a good word.
So, should we show our flies?
Let's show our flies. What a treat for you all.
Right, where am I? Right, here we go. Here we go.
Da-da-da. Flies. Ta-da. This felt like quite a milestone.
Yeah.
In the process of making the ultimate jeans. So
yeah. Well, it's the most visual part of the jeans, isn't it? Because it's the
first thing you see. Well, it's front.
Yeah, and front and centre. And the top stitching on a jeans fly is quite.
It's a curve, which is, it's going to be trickier than a straight line.
Yeah. And
it's lots of layers, as we've said. I would say it's not difficult to sew a zip fly, but it's a lot of parts.
Yes.
And in the class, something I loved actually was how broken down the process is.
Yes.
So it's not just sew the fly.
Yes. That's the chapter. Here we go.
No.
We're going to prepare our pieces.
We're going to sew these pieces. Yeah. We're going to do this top stitching, then this top. It's really broken up, which makes it feel more manageable.
Yeah, so then each video is only like a few minutes long, really. So I've been doing this in chunks in the evenings as well, because I've got the kids around because it's summer holidays.
Very time poor.
Yeah, so I haven't had big long sewing days, but a big project like this, it's quite nice to break into small chunks, and I did this in about an hour and a half.
That's really good. You're basically there, like what's left to do?
So you can see it's all in. I mean, sewing's a little bit dodged, so I don't know if I'll.
And it's so straight from the front. Look,
yeah, so I've got my top stitching there and inside, and then I've done my 2 lines, if you can see, and then I'm going to have to finish off a little bit by hand because it's where it got really thick at the bottom of all the layers, and my machine just was really not happy about it.
I managed it, but just by turning the wheel. I couldn't with the foot pedal. It just didn't go anywhere.
I managed to do that with the other side, but not quite this bit. And then I can compare it. Oh yeah, then I've got, so my seam here is sewed.
So that's the crotch
seam? Yeah, in a crotch seam. But I haven't done my top stitching on there.
Got it, yeah.
And then that will come up, and then as you can see, you've got these.
It sort of meets with the fly, sort of, I'm going to say, but it's meant to continue.
And then you've got these, are they like bar tacks?
Yes. Which, so I think in the instructions, we recommend doing it with normal thread because most machines are going to find it too stressful to do the bar tacks, which is a lot of repetitive close together sewing. To do that with top stitching thread for most machines is going to be tricky. But I gave it a go with my machine, which is a heavy duty. The machine I'm using for top stitching is a Singer heavy duty. I gave it a go on some scraps, and it was fine, and it looks really nice. So I'm going with top stitching, but it might not work on all of the parts where you do a bar tack. But so you're going to have to just do the bar tacks, which we should say are to reinforce a seam or a pocket and stuff like that. They're quite specific to jeans, but I do think you see them every now and then in other patterns. I'm pretty sure they're present in another pattern of ours that I can't think of right now. Oh, probably the overalls, which again is like you know, high stress areas of clothes that are.
So I'm just wearing the skirt. Yeah, we've got a little one here.
Oh, in the xanthe
skirt. The xanthe skirt, which is obviously denim as well.
Yeah. So it tends to go with like hard wearing fabrics and clothes that get a lot of, that are quite utilitarian, I guess.
And I suppose just pressure points in the clothing.
Absolutely.
So that's why you'd often see them on the pockets and things.
Yeah, I think it's to strengthen bits of the clothing that are gonna get a lot of action. This sounds so wrong when I'm looking at the fly. No, but you know, if you're bending, you're standing up, you're sitting down, the fly's gonna do a lot of this. Basically, so you want to reinforce it, and with the pockets you're going to get your hands in and out and put things in it all the time, so you do want to reinforce those bits. The high action bits.
And also I'd say, as I was just to come off the high action the zip that I've used here as well is a metal one, and it's quite chunky.
Very.
Did you
have to shorten it?
No, I didn't,
good.
but I feel like I probably should have done.
No, I think that looks right.
It's just,
So it talks you through it in the instructions and in the class as well, and I realised that my zip was going to be too long. So I shortened it, and it involves a little bit of like pliers and pulling things, which I quite enjoyed. It felt like very, I don't know, serious work.
So what, do you take bits off the bottom and then put the thing back on?
You take them off the top. Which I was surprised by, because you want the big stop that's at the bottom of a metal zip.
Okay.
So you actually take it off the top, and I managed to take the stopper, and you can see that it's been a bit manhandled, Alma handled. But I took the stopper off, and I managed to put it back on with some pliers. But yeah, that worked.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool. It made me feel very serious, like I was a welder or something.
Yeah.
Very flash dance. Anyway.
And I've just noticed you've gone a little bit further, haven't you? And you've now put on
yes, I did put in my pockets. Yes, that's true. I basically completed my front. So I've added the pocket bags, which in my case are a little bit longer because I wanted to lengthen the pockets.
Yeah.
So I think yours will be,
this is what they look separately. So that's the
from
original.
the original pattern.
Yeah.
So they just have a little extra bag, mine. But yeah, so I did the zip fly. I think the next step.
And all the top stitching as
well.
All
the top stitching. Some bar tacking on the coin pocket. Then I also thought that at one point, but I don't think it's the next step, it's towards the end, you put the rivets on.
Yeah.
So today I'm in the office, I've got out the machine, so I'm going to be testing a bit of this. That machine, it makes an interesting noise. So previously I've done rivets at home with just a hammer and a little tool that you get when you buy rivets.
So they're the little metal, they kind of look like poppers, but without the other bits, they're just...
Yeah, that's exactly right. It looks like a little...
And that's for making just those points really strong.
Yeah, again, it does the job of the bar tacks. So you could just do bar tacks everywhere, to be fair, if you didn't want to get rivets. But the rivets add to that jeans look.
Yeah, which is another classic...
just like...
it's a style statement, really, isn't it? Rather than
I mean, they do serve a purpose, but also I think when you see rivets, you go, classic jeans, which is very satisfying. And also, I have... I've overlocked all the sides of my front leg, which I don't think you're meant to do yet in the pattern.
See, I'd done that quite early because I wanted to use the overlocker
in the office.
So I don't have one. I
keep doing it because carrying the pieces back and forth from home to the office for filming, I'm worried that my jeans, my denim frays quite a lot, and I don't want to lose any width on any pieces basically. So that's why I've decided to overlock it already. But I think in the instructions you actually sew front and back and then overlock. But you know, it doesn't make
together.
But it doesn't make a huge difference, and I thought safer. Bless you. And I thought it would be safer this way. But I think this is very exciting.
Like
it's looking like jeans. I know.
So that's top stitching, so neat. I really like the purple.
I'm so happy. Again, I'm confirming every time I use it. confirming to myself that I made the right choice to use a purple thread because I love it.
Yeah.
Lilac thread. You can see there. And your orange thread looks fantastic on your coloured denim.
Yeah, I am enjoying my orange thread.
I think it's so good.
Just, yeah, a little bit different, and that's the back.
Exactly. Oh yeah, let's not forget your beautifully embroidered pockets.
Yeah.
So good.
So, I need to finish off the top stitching
Yep.
of the crutch as well.
Yep.
Bar tack.
And then attach the pockets, which is, it doesn't take long. I will say I followed the videos for attaching the pockets again because it really confuses me in my head what's the right and wrong side because the pockets are so slightly different. That is exactly what you do, what you're doing right now.
That.
But it's sort of counterintuitive. For me it was anyway. So in the class I could go like, okay, what side is she attaching?
I think also where I get confused is because as you're, so I think I've even got the wrong one. The inside of the pocket bag is not the patterned, is it?
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. That's what messes with my head completely.
Because the design of these jeans is that, and we can show it on yours.
Oh yeah,
is that
you see your pretty fabric.
On the inside,
which looks amazing, but construction-wise, I think it works backwards from what you're used to do.
Isn't it? Because usually you do a contrast pocket that would be like showing
on the inside, but that's how you end up with this on the inside, which is lovely. But yeah, I would recommend reading the instructions very thoroughly or following the class very slowly. And again, I've just enjoyed also watching some classes ahead, like way ahead of the point I'm at, just to kind of know what's coming. So I think I watched the rivets one just to have a look at that, and I definitely watched the bar tack one, which was actually going back because at the beginning of the Ultimate Guide to Sewn and Fitting Jeans you've got like a techniques section, which is really good. So anything that's like top stitching, the rivets,
adjusting your zip,
exactly.
That's
all of those are at the start. So I went back and looked at them. I definitely looked at the zip chapter and I looked at the bar tacks chapter, and I think I'm feeling pretty good. I'm kind of using my machine foot to do my top stitching, so aligning things with different parts of my foot. So in some places not so parallel, not so neat, but I'm getting over it.
The bit where mine goes sort of wonky, as you can see here, and I know exactly why that happened, and that was where I didn't move my zip,
the pull
thing far enough away.
It's really chunky
because it's so chunky. And usually with like a plastic zip or like the normal smaller ones, you can kind of go past. If you're not doing an invisible zip, you could just go past no problem. But
not with this bad boy.
Just moves it, and you could just see that slight wiggle. Is it going to bother me enough to unpick it?
I don't know. I keep looking at things and I'm like, no, I'm fine with that. And I should mention, so back a few episodes ago, I showed everyone that I'd made a mistake cutting the patterns. It's not a problem. I'm so happy. So I basically cut I cut both legs without the extra little fly extension, that's what it's called, sorry, without the fly extension. So,
and that's the bit that you sew this bit to, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct.
Which is called
the shield, potentially, fly shield, possibly. But basically I attached an extra bit of denim to it to recreate the extension on the right leg, and I was really worried that it was going to show, it was going to look a little bit meh, but actually, I mean, you can see that there's an extra seam there.
I mean, but the thing is, you really can't
because it's covered.
It's covered,
so
and
there's
also
an
it's
extra
top
little seam there.
So
it's top
kind
stitch
of like
next to it.
Feature
So I thought, oh, should I top stitch on that seam or right next to it so that it looks like it's on purpose? But it got really bulky and I couldn't do it because there's extra layers in here for me now, because I had to add a little bit of fabric.
You can't see that at all.
But you can't see it because the denim is very dark.
And also, it's all covered.
When it's done, when the zip is done up, I was so happy to see that it really no one's ever going to see it apart from me. So voila, completely covered. So the problem is on this leg and you don't see it. So extremely pleased with how it all turns out.
Isn't it? You can fix things.
You can fix things. You can
adjust things all the time.
And at the time, I was distraught. I was so upset with myself because I didn't have enough fabric to recut the whole leg. And then I patched it up somehow, and in the end, it didn't matter at all because it's not visible. So a lesson to carry on.
What a professional.
What a professional. You know, try and find a way to work around problems. Nothing is hugely... Nothing is going to stop you from actually making the thing.
No. And sometimes, you just pause, walk away from it, come back to it, try
Which I did. I had my little tears, had a little cry about it. Then I came up with a solution and hoped for the best. And the best happened. It's hidden. Yay! So very pleased with that. So, you're going to go and finish your front jeans.
Put all these bits on.
Lovely. And then the next time I see you, I think what we're going to try and do is connect the front to the back, but just baste it.
Yes.
So not fully sewing them together, just a quick long stitch to try on the fit.
And are you going to put your waistband on?
Yes, so what I'm planning to do, because it is recommended that you have the waistband on when you try on the jeans, because that changes where things sit and how they sit. So what I'm planning to do though is to cut a waistband not in my denim, just in a cotton or something.
Okay.
Because I've noticed as I work with my denim that it moves a lot and it kind of changes shape a little bit, and I don't want to sew that waistband and then stretch it out, if you know what I mean. So I'm just going to do a cotton waistband just so I have the shape and I can figure out how they're fitting, and then I'm going to commit to my denim waistband.
Nice.
I think I'm going to do
That's
that.
a good idea.
And I will only sew on one waistband piece because it's made up of two.
Yeah.
I'm going to check the fit is fine to have
I think I might have enough fabric
to do it twice.
So I'm going to check, and if I've got enough, then I will do it with the denim.
Good idea.
So put them together and sew one half of the waistband.
Basically the outer waistband is what we go for.
And then we could just like pin it in the front to see.
And check, because we've mentioned this before, but you know, we're happy with the fit of the patterns as we've altered them. We're happy with that, but we both made them in cottons, not denim. So the denim of it all is going to change things in terms of fit. So I think it's very important that we do a fit check. Yeah.
But also, isn't it that we're happy if they come up a bit more fitted? Because
this is what
denim
I'm thinking.
Will naturally
stretch more or loosen more.
Loosen as you wear.
Do let us know what you think. But I've read a lot of articles and blogs and things like that where they're saying that denim, basically, there's ease that gets into the denim as you wear it. And if you think of ready-to-wear jeans, they do that. You wash them and they're like, and then as the days go by, as you wear them, it relaxes. So yeah, I think obviously we don't want them to be completely...
We need to get them on.
We need to breathe and we need to get them on and we need to be able to sit down in them. But I think if they're a tiny bit too snugger than you'd want, I think go with that. Yeah. It's going to be my strategy anyway. We'll see. But yeah, next time we'll see you, we'll have fully... legs, fully made legs.
Hopefully you'll be wearing some denim, and I really hope that the heat wave's over, because the thought of putting some denim on.
Today we are very much struggling with the heat. Not a day for denim, but it will be at some point.
It will be.
And I think the way we're going, I think we're going to finish our jeans sort of in September.
Yeah, so in autumn.
Which feels perfect timing, really. That's when you want them ready.
Yeah.
That's when you want to start wearing them. So it's going to be good. But
let us know how far you are with your jeans.
If you're making them, if you've made them before, what do you think about the whole fit thing? Rivets. Have you used one of these bad boys before?
Yeah.
That sounds so funny.
That is quite fun. Yeah. What do you look for in a rivet?
What do you look for? Well, I did think a lot about the colour, you know, because there are different colours available. And in the end, I went for a sort of copper, because I had some. Yeah. And I just ordered a few more. of the same. But there's silver, there's black ones, there's gold, I suppose. I haven't seen any, but there must be.
Like real gold.
Yeah. There's diamonds, there's pearls. Fabulous. But yeah, I think we are very much getting the shape of actual denim jeans together, and I'm very excited about that.
And it feels like the biggest, complicated, meatiest parts are...
The zip was my scary bit.
Same.
So we're over that. We're done.
We're done. We're
done. The rest is
just some straight lines.
Straight lines. It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's side seams and waistband. And there will be a buttonhole on a thick waistband, which I am a little bit scared of with my machine because it doesn't like buttonholes.
Yeah.
I might have to hand sew that. Oh,
yeah.
The thought of it. Or use a machine here at work. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see.
Okay.
But that will be a hurdle for me because it will be thick.
Let's not think about that yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Okay, so if you like these videos, subscribe so then you can find out at first hand where we are, and comment below any questions you've got, anything you want us to talk about.
Mention, if we've skipped over something. I don't think we have, but
if there is anything, let us know.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon.
Definitely.
With some jeans, hopefully. Bye.
Bye.